Djurs Sommerland is the best park in Denmark in my opinion. This is a fantastic park. Djurs has an amazing atmosphere, underrated theming, and a well-rounded ride lineup. There are 7 different roller coasters, including a trio of Intamins. And then there are some flat rides that are worth experiencing, plus water rides that should not be missed. So in this video, I will rank the top 15 rides and attractions at Djurs Sommerland. Before starting the countdown, I want to note that I didn't visit the park's attached water park. Had I suspect a few of the water slides, particularly the half pipe, would have made the list. Starting off the list at number 15 is Vilde Hønsejagt. This Zero Junior coaster has some fun barnyard theming. Don't expect any forces, but the ride is smooth and it offers 2 laps. Number 14, T-Rex Family Coaster. The park's new for 2022 Mach-powered coaster is part of a brand new dinosaur-themed area. The ride has some dinosaur statues around the attraction and even onboard audio. The ride isn't too extreme, but you do get some laterals in the far helixes and it's glass smooth, but this ride really is all about those visuals. Number 13, Canoes. This is a scenic tour around the backwaters of the park. You have to work for those views as you paddle down the stream. Just be careful not to crash into the paddle boats that share the same waters or tip the boat. Number 12, Sablen. This is a quirky drop tower from ABC Rides. It's a junior-sized drop tower at only 36 feet or 11 meters tall. The drops only give a little tummy tickle, but you get several of them. But the reason this tower makes the list is because the tower tilts side to side at points, and you even drop while tilted sideways, which is a really weird visual you'll struggle to find elsewhere. Number 11, Soulken. This Gerstlauer polyp is a decent spinning ride. It's not the most dizzying type of spider ride, but you can get some faint freefall sensations as you bounce up and down. Number 10, Speedy Gonzales. This is a quartet of racing water slides in the dry park. You board these dinghy boats and you dispatch yourself with the press of a button. The ride is a triple down and you'll feel the entire raft lift off the slide in that second hump. And you won't get soaked either, just misted on the way down. Number 9, Cun Expedition. This log flume from Big Country Motioneering has a longer layout than you'd expect. Part of it goes through the woods. Then you have 3 drops that all go through or around a mountain. The drops aren't too steep, but the second and third ones can get you very wet, as can the employee who sprays you with a squirt bottle as you re-enter the station. This is done on a few rides at Djurs Sommerland. Number 8, Rio Grande Rafting. This Interlink River Rapids ride blends a peaceful journey through the woods with western theming. I particularly like the scenes when you pass through the towns. I just wish the water effects were better. The rapids barely send more than a trickle into the raft, the geysers aren't timed properly to hit riders, and the waterfalls are mostly for show, just misting you. But again, the route is pretty cool because of the visuals. Number 7, Kannibal Gryderne. Remember when Efteling got in trouble for their cannibal-themed teacup ride? Well, Djurs still has one. This is a technical park model, and it may be the best teacup ride I've ever experienced. Because you have 2 rotating bases and cups that are extremely easy to spin, you can get these things spinning at a frighteningly fast clip. I could not walk straight afterwards, but I loved every single second of it. Number 6, Skatteøen. This mock water coaster was better than expected. For one, it had some cool theming in both the queue line and the start of the attraction. You pass these giant rocks, ships, pirates, and even a massive kraken animatronic. Then the coaster section was smoother than some of the other mock models I've been on. The large spiral drop is pretty tame, but the final drop is weirdly profiled like the one on Poseidon, so it gives delayed but solid floater airtime. Then you cruise over a fast bunny hill with some weightlessness and get a refreshing splash at the end. Number 5, Thor's Hammer. This Gerstlauer bobsled is a clone of Tripstrill's Gesente Sau, which I happen to have a review on. This one didn't seem to run quite as fast, but it's still an above average wild mouse coaster easily. The first drop has some zip, and you get some positives on that first helix. Then you get good laterals on the hairpin turns, and even more positives on those middle helixes. Where the ride sort of falters compared to the Tripstrill one is on the bunny hills, because only one of them gives a pinch of airtime. This coaster is extremely smooth though, and the area around the attraction is very well landscaped. Number 4. Drage Kongen. This Intamin family inverted coaster does a lot of things well. The ride is nicely landscaped, and I absolutely love the dispatch sequence as you launch out of the station into a tunnel with effects. Then the main ride is loaded with positive Gs, particularly in the low helixes and turns. I was surprised a ride of this scale had that much power. There are 2 downsides to the experience though. 1, this ride didn't really have any airtime even though some of the hills looked like they would. 2, the ride does have a rattle, particularly towards the back of the train, but the open restraints make the ride tolerable and eliminate the chance of any headbanging, which saves the ride despite the rattle. Number 3. Juvelen. This Intamin motorbike coaster has always gotten praise. I was skeptical prior to my ride, but now I understand. This ride is just pure fun. The first launch is a great dark ride bit leading into it, and do not be fooled by the tire propulsion. You get some pretty good yank here. The first half is okay, but it's the second half that makes Juvelen. The second launch provides a surprising boost, and you absolutely rocket through the second half far faster than you'd expect. You rip through the turns and pass theming. The turns have some snap to them, and that sense of speed is accompanied by nice visuals. Plus the ride is immaculately smooth, making it an all-around pleasant coaster. Number 2. Tigeren. Intamin gyro swings are my favorite frisbee rides, and Tigeren reminded me why. This ride is exceptional. It has a similar height to the Hussars and Perla Giant frisbees, but the Intamin ones have superior cycles. You have less ramp up and ramp down time, so you can spend more time on the max swings, and the sustained floater airtime they offer in different orientations is glorious, especially because the newer Intamin ones have extremely open lap bars as opposed to the bulky over-the-shoulder restraints typically found in the genre. This makes the experience. Those negative forces are also accompanied by some solid positives on the downswings, great visuals, and some neat theming in the queue line. I have an entire review in this attraction if you want to hear more, but do not miss this frisbee. And coming in at number 1 is Piraten. Europe's only Intamin Mega-Lite redeemed the model for me. This one runs much better than Topusu's Kawasemi thanks to the faster lift hill and full trains constantly cycling. This ride still needs a few hours to warm up, but once it reaches its full potential, it delivers a great ride better than many Intamin hypers. The first drop and giant S-hill only give moderate floater airtime, but the other hills deliver ejector airtime. Most notably the trio of small S-hills in the middle of the ride that offer a downright violent combination of aggressive ejector airtime and laterals. Then the ride has some variety with a series of forceful turns that apply positive Gs. This ride is super rideable too with the smooth tracking, and there's some theming around the queue line as well to heighten the overall experience. I have an entire review in this ride, but you will not be disappointed if you ride this in the afternoon or evening. So that is how I rank the top 15 rides and attractions at Djurs Sommerland. Do you agree with this list? Let me know what your favorite rides at this Danish theme park are down below. If you enjoyed this countdown, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Kannibal Coaster. Thanks for watching.